Charles. How are you doing today?
Hello. Just fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking, and I'm so happy that I able to interview you today. Okay, so now, Charles, can you briefly introduce yourself and your book?
Yes, my name is Charles Campise. I
Mm-hmm.
drove for Lyft, Rideshare, Uber, and Uber Eats for 8 years and 2 months in the
Mm-hmm.
Austin, Texas area. After 5 years, my wife suggested that I use material from the diaries I carried in my car for people to write in as the basis for a story or stories about my rideshare experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So I entitled the book Adventures of a Rideshare Driver.
Oh.
And those stories cover what I considered the most humorous of about 8,000 trips.
Mm-hmm.
I
Wow.
wrote books starting in December of 2019, finishing in January of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote the book in right at 4 weeks
Oh.
and had it published a few months after.
Oh, wow. And Charles, what's one thing readers might not, this is just a funny question. So,
Sure.
what's one thing readers might know about you?
They might want to know about me that I enjoyed every trip I took
Mm-hmm.
and that I never turned down a ride.
Mm-hmm.
I always introduced myself to a passenger when they got into the car,
Mm-hmm.
and I always told stories about the vicinity we were in, which was the central part of the state of Texas.
Mm-hmm. And what
I
inspired
enjoyed
you?
talking with people.
Oh, wow, that's cool. And Charles, what inspired you to write this book?
My wife suggested that since I had diaries full of information,
Mm-hmm.
it just might be time to write an interesting book. And she was right. So I started writing. I had notes and notes in 3 different diaries,
Mm-hmm.
and I embellished those stories and
Okay.
wrote what happened to the best of my memory.
And you really love writing, right? Even,
That is correct. I do.
yes, because, you write diaries before you wrote this book, right? And what message or emotions do you hope readers take away?
I hope they will feel that riding in a rideshare vehicle is a pleasant and comfortable experience
Mm-hmm.
and can be not only an inexpensive means of transportation,
Mm-hmm.
but involve an enjoyable trip.
Mm-hmm. And for sure, all of your passengers that have experienced, on this trip, I can say that, they really enjoyed because you're such a nice guy, Charles. And
Thank you.
now, let's just talk about the writing process, okay? So that, those aspiring authors, they have actually idea. Now, what was your writing routine for this book?
Well, for the first 4 years, about 90% of the rideshare business was after 8:30 at night and
Mhm.
continued on until 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually got home every night. It was 3:45 in the morning. So I would go to the computer and write a title and maybe one sentence about an experience that I wanted to embellish the next day.
Mm.
So I would get up around 9:30, pour myself a cup of coffee, go to the computer, and complete the story.
Oh, wow. And did you face any challenges while writing? If that would be the case, how did you overcome them?
Well, the difficulty was to make the story actually interesting so that the reader could see the point of why I included that story.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
it was a challenge sometimes to do that clearly.
Mm-hmm. And, Charles, I can say that everyone can be a writer, but not everyone can be an author. Because I've tried to
Okay.
write a book, but I can't pursue it And I congratulate you because you were able to do it and share your story, to your audiences. And
Well,
now,
yeah.
let's say, are there any interesting research or experiences that influenced the book?
I think the biggest influence
Mm-hmm.
on the book was the fact that I have been in this part of the state since 1967.
Mm-hmm.
And not only do I know the names of the streets, but I know where the alleys are, the back alleys, all over Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was driving in the Austin area 2 years before the state opened up Interstate 35, which goes from the Canadian border to the Mexican border.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had a lot of interesting experiences belonging to various organizations, being politically involved locally, and making a lot of friends.
That's good.
I kept account of my trips,
Mm-hmm.
and I completed, well, the trip, which was my last one, was trip 14,100.
Oh, wow.
300 of those were Uber Eats. So I was taking food to people from a restaurant and
Mm-hmm.
not transporting people. But I
Mm-hmm.
estimated that I transported between 28 and 30,000 passengers.
Mm-hmm. And is the book inspired by real life experiences?
Yes, every story in the book is a true experience.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's
I
cool.
didn't write about anything that didn't actually happen while I was driving.
Well, that's really good because this is really interesting book. In fact, this is very, I can say, unique type of book. And now let's just go about the publishing of the book. Okay. How was your journey from manuscript to publication?
Well, my journey was relatively easily done
Mm-hmm.
until I got to publication and sales,
Mm-hmm.
because the first two publishers actually did not involve themselves in advertising the book,
Mm-hmm.
and I had no funds to spend a lot of money on advertising.
Mm-hmm.
I did with the second publisher,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I spent with them about $30,000, and
Oh
I've had returns and royalties of less than $3,500.
my God. And
So it's
I'm
been
so
an
sorry to hear
expensive
that.
trend for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you can, if you have a message to the book investors, clients, or let's say traditional publishing companies, what you can say?
I want them to know that for 5 of the 8.5 years, every Wednesday I drove Meals on Wheels in Austin for 3 hours,
Mm.
and one of my fellow drivers purchased a copy of the book from me.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 months later, he told me the book was so great that he has read it 5 times. So it's worth the purchase.
Yeah.
And to my knowledge, to this date, no one else has written a book about rideshare driving.
Mm-hmm.
There may be, I hear there were some drivers who had videos on their dashboard and took videos with their passengers, but not a complete book.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
and
I guess one of these days, when there
Mm-hmm.
are only electric cars, it will be something of a memoir of the way things used to be before there were electric cars.
Uh-huh. And my message, to all the, let's say, physical bookstore owners, librarians, book buyers, book readers, you should grab the copy of the book of Charlie because this is very interesting and this is a true to life story that he would like to share. And yes, now, Charlie, any advice for aspiring authors navigating the publishing world?
I would suggest that anybody who wants to publish, shop for a reliable publisher who's going to treat them fairly. and who will guide them through the process. I got very little guidance. I just went with what seemed to feel good, and it turned out okay. One thing about my book, no story is longer than 2 pages, so it makes good bedside reading. You can read 2 pages and go to sleep, and the stories are not connected. They are just little vignettes of things that actually occurred to me while I was driving. And my favorite story, The Adventures or the Saga of the Drunk Freshman Girls.
And Charlie, I have a question that if given a chance that your book will be acquired by a traditional publishing companies or a movie companies, or let's say we can find a book investors, would you like to grab that opportunity? Are you willing?
I would be delighted. I've had somebody who's been trying to do that, but it seems like everybody wants me to pay for the registration of the book. And I am, because of a misfortune in 2022 of almost dying in a fatal car crash and haven't worked, I have no more money to invest. And I have a granddaughter who works in Nashville, Tennessee, and she represents recording artists. She says that the money is supposed to flow one way, and that's from the company to the artist.
And how confident you are for this book, Charlie?
I am at least moderately confident. I think once people read a couple of the stories, they will be excited about the book, and they will want to buy it.
Oh, yeah. And are you aiming for
right
commercial?
Now, there are not enough people who know about it.
Exactly. And this is
I would like, if we have a series or a movie, I would like Barack to play the part of me.
Oh wow, that's good.
I think he would do justice.
And
there are several movie companies who have offered me a chunk of money, but they want me to put in some money too, and I don't have the money.
And
so,
we are hoping that one of these book investors or clients will actually offer you, and that's the reason why we are doing this interview, because this is your chance, Charles. Okay, and are you aiming for commercial success with this book?
I would like to recoup the majority of dollars I've spent so far. Like if I get back 85% of what I've invested so far, I will be happy, because my primary motive for writing the book was to let people know how great ride sharing can be. But I didn't write the book to make money.
Oh, okay.
If I make a little bit, or if I get back what I invested, that's just fine, as long as a lot of people get to enjoy my stories.
Oh, yeah.
And they're
that's
motivated to take the ride share experience.
That's cool.
And I did some trips for free from people who had their pocketbooks stolen.
Oh, really?
In the middle of the night. Yeah, at 2:30 in the morning, a couple pulled me over in downtown Austin and said that the pocketbook was stolen and they lived 3 miles away. Would I please give them a ride home? I said, I'll do it. You get my address. Within 2 weeks, and bill me $10. 2 weeks later, in the mail comes a small envelope with a $10 bill in it.
Oh.
I've had the experience of rushing college students to the emergency room, college students who couldn't afford an ambulance ride.
Oh, and where do you see your book in 2 to 3 years from now on?
I think there will be an increase in sales, and I think it will still be popular, particularly among people who have used the rideshare experience. They can relate to the stories.
Exactly.
With a college student, I've heard for 5 years, you're the first driver who has even spoken to us.
Mhm.
So I tell them, you came here to San Marcos, to Texas State, to get an education and to have fun safely.
Oh.
And I'm here to help you with the second part, to have fun safely, no matter what time of day or night.
Oh, okay. And what's next for you? Any upcoming projects?
I currently don't have any projects. I speak and write a little bit slower. I'm very poor at typing now after multiple bone injuries in that car accident.
I'm sorry to hear that. And anyway, and now any final before we can let's say finish this interview. Any final words for your readers, book buyers, physical bookstore owners, librarians, and especially to the book investors, clients, or traditional publishing companies and movie companies?
Well, I wrote this book with concern and love, and that's the bottom line for the book. For concern, for safe transportation, for enjoyment.
And you know, Charlie,
I've got a section in the book about what should be, what a rideshare driver should have in the car.
yeah, exactly.
Like a bag of candy for the kids. Ice cold water on hot days.
Wow.
And my friend, a lady who was 89, told me I forgot one thing. She said you should carry voter registration cards in your car. I started doing that the last 6 months.
Oh.
But I think a driver should have maps of the city. He should have a list of 20 places of interest in the Austin area for people to tour when they come to town.
Oh.
In other words, be a service. Be a service to our visitors.
Exactly. And yes, I am really happy that I have you today, Charles, and that you were able to share, you know, your book, your story to the world. And yes, and you know, I am so I enjoyed it a lot, you know, interviewing you. So yes, that's it for now, Charles, and thank you so much. And yeah, have a wonderful day.
You do the same, and thank you for the interview. Bye-bye.